going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pro and Amateur Podcast. He's the pro, I'm the amateur. And today, we have a very exciting episode. You're not going to want to miss it. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to go over some KD and the beef he had with Michael Rappaport. We're going to go over the new Deshaun Watson allegations, some mock drafts that we have prepared, updates on March Madness, and whatever else we can think of. But let's start off with March Madness really quick. Well, things took a turn, kind of like what we thought they would.
Yeah.
And look at it. You're looking at the 1 and 2 right here in the March Madness brackets. Our two moderators are now in that gutter, so to speak. Dylan, would you like to?
Worse, but
Austin's in the definitive gutter.
I don't know if Austin's gotten to the point in the past like 3 rounds. Have you gotten the game, Austin, in the last 3 rounds? I don't know, dude, but yeah.
Probably not.
We're I mean, if you didn't pick Texas to win the whole thing,
you would be for sure first place.
You would be probably first, yeah. But I mean, yeah, I think it'll probably be one of us. I think we're like gonna probably tie.
Yeah, well, I think we tie no matter what.
So, but yeah, I mean, we got some crazy games that happened, and we're gonna. I watched a lot of them.
Let's unfold them right now. Let's dive into them. Oh, Jesus. So what? We left on the Sweet 16. That's the games that were gonna be played.
Yep.
Okay. So let's go back to the Sweet 16 really quick. That's the second round. First round. Okay, Sweet 16 games. Okay. Here we go. So we started off with Oregon State and Loyola Chicago. This game wasn't really that interesting in my opinion. I don't know. Did you watch this game? I didn't love it.
Wait.
Oregon State and Loyola.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I watched much of this.
Sister Jean.
Yeah, we didn't watch this game.
Sorry about that.
We didn't watch this game. Yeah, Sister Jean couldn't come through.
They made it to the Sweet 16 though, so that's more than anybody thought they'd get to.
Yeah, but Oregon State ended up pulling it out. I mean, yeah, Sister Jean curse ends, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Moving on to the Baylor and Nova game. You know what? Villanova actually looked really good in the first half. They were winning. They were beating Baylor at the end of the first half, but they just in the second half they could not score for the life of them. They let Baylor get ahead, and Baylor wasn't going to lose the lead.
Yeah, Baylor's a really good team. They're in the Final Four, so I mean their point guard is really solid. He plays tough, and he had good games. Like every game I watched Baylor, he's been really solid. So Baylor looks really good. I mean they're probably the second best team right now. So I mean Villanova didn't put up enough points, I would say.
Well, they did. The thing is, they were good in the first half. It
was close. I think it was like tied going in half, basically. So
I think they were winning him going in half.
Yeah, I think it was around that. So I mean, Baylor pulled it away in the second half, and I forget exactly what happened. I mean, it was a little bit ago when I watched this, but like I feel like Nova missed like a bunch of shots at the end of the game or something like that, and that's when Baylor pulled away.
Yeah, they didn't do great.
I feel like they had like a really bad last 5 minutes of the game, but
sounds like Michigan. But we'll get into that in a second. Oral Roberts versus Arkansas. You know what? Oral Roberts almost pulled it out. They were really close actually. They missed the last second layup, didn't they?
Last second 3.
3, okay.
Yeah, they actually got a way better shot. We watched the end of this, but they actually got a way better shot than I thought they would. There was like 2 or 3 seconds left, and they had to go the full court, and they had like a really good pass, 2 dribbles, and they had a really good shot. I mean, as good a shot you can ask for, and just rimmed out. So tough loss for Oral Roberts, but still a good run for them.
That was, I mean, as a 15th seed, making it to the Sweet 16. I mean,
yeah,
that's pretty great. Moving on to Houston, Syracuse. This game, it's a 2 versus 11. The 2-1 easily. It's not really anything.
Yeah, Houston dominated that game.
Yeah, they won by 16.
Syracuse didn't look good, and then Houston, they didn't look great either, but like
they
just kind of were the better team compared to Syracuse. They didn't look good at all. So.
All right, moving on to the second set of games in the Sweet 16, we have the Zags versus Creighton. This game was never close. It was never in question. The Zags destroyed Creighton. We don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, that wasn't close.
Michigan, Florida State. Again, Florida State looked horrible in this game. It doesn't matter really. Then we move on to the another huge upset.
Oh, I want to talk about the Florida State game real quick.
Oh, you do, guys.
So, yeah, I watched this whole game. Like, Florida State offensively was a dumpster fire. Like, I don't know if I've seen a worse offensive game ever. Like, that was...
Ever?
I'm talking about just this.
Oh, okay.
March Madness. But, like, it was bad. Like, holy cow. like just missed threes and then just like bad shots, and they were bad on defense too. Like they gave Michigan way too many easy shots in the paint. Like they literally were just letting them go inside, easy layup, easy layup. So I mean they made it completely easy on Michigan. Michigan won handily, like, and it was sad to watch because I wanted Florida State to win. I think I picked them, so
You did.
they didn't play good enough to win. So can't be surprised about that. They didn't play good on offense or defense. And I wasn't even impressed with Michigan. Like they didn't play good either. Like it was just Florida State playing like crap. So, and that's what happened.
Well, moving on to the biggest upset of the Sweet 16, we have UCLA upsetting the 2 seed Alabama by 10. Alabama just, I mean, look, they were the worst team. I mean, people questioned whether they got some bad calls.
They did.
Which, I mean, looking back at it, yeah, you can see it. But I don't know. Losing by 10, I don't know if you can throw that all on just bad calls.
It was because of overtime. They should have won it in regulation.
Well, they were... but I feel like you got to be more ahead if you're the 2 seed. Like, bad calls are going to happen, even though it's still messed up. But, like, there's been worse calls in the history. And while it's still not right, I mean, that's just going to happen sometimes.
Well, UCLA played good, too. I mean, it was a close game. It was nip and tuck the whole time. And then Alabama, I mean, I thought they were going to win at the end, and they had some bad calls. They had 2 really bad calls against them.
Yeah, but I feel like as a 2 seed, you got to be up way more than on the 11.
Oh,
And as a program,
they're in the Final Four right now. They're a good team.
And we'll get into that in a second. Moving on to USC and Oregon. USC was just a better team. I mean,
Oregon played horrible.
Yeah,
too.
I don't know about horrible. They didn't play great, though. I mean, it was pretty obvious that USC was the better team.
Yeah, they played bad.
Moving on to the Elite Eight. Oregon State lost to Houston. Again, I don't think that's a huge... Oh, Lord. That's not a big, like, crazy game. Although, they only lost by 6. A 12 only lost to a 2 by 6. Again, as the 2 seed, I feel like you gotta win by more than 6 points.
You just gotta win the game, dude.
It's like UCLA. UCLA is on borrowed time right now. And they're gonna get... It's not going to be close versus the Zags. I don't care what kind of momentum or hot streak they're on. The Zags look like leaps and bounds ahead of almost every other team, exception of maybe Baylor.
Yeah.
Arkansas versus Baylor. I mean, Arkansas was kind of on borrowed time too. They were lucky to get out of the game with Oral Roberts, and they lost handily to Baylor, obviously. Anything you want to say on that game?
Which one? The Arkansas one?
Yeah.
I mean, Baylor was the better team.
Yeah.
Baylor's the second best team, so I expected them to win against Arkansas. I mean, Arkansas,
they're
a
week
good
3,
team, but they're
week
not a 3 seed. So, I mean, I expected that, and they didn't. Baylor's really good. I mean, solid team, so
Yeah.
I expected that.
And then moving on to USC and the Zags, I mean, I think it was like 25-10, 5 minutes into the game.
It was like 23-5 or something.
It was so bad. It was
a massacre.
This game, it was within 19 points, and it wasn't even that close if you actually watched the game.
It was a massacre.
I
stopped watching it like
it was rough. It was probably worse than the Kansas, who was it, Kansas
and...
I can't remember who they played.
Kansas played USC, I think.
Yeah. It was almost as bad as that game.
Yeah, it was bad.
That was really hard to watch. Moving into UCLA, Michigan, another huge upset, an 11-1. You know what? Michigan had their chances.
Yeah, they did.
They could have won this game.
Yeah.
They missed. I don't know why. Who was it? Wagner? Was that who was getting the ball? He got three opportunities at the end of the game. For some reason, the coach kept giving it to him. He had...
They're talking about the mini point guard? The point guard that's like really... He's like 5
Yeah, and he bricked the 3
he had one
bad.
shot.
No, he shot it twice at the end.
Ball.
That was that. No, the doodle airball. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So the doodle airball. He had a free.
Airball on a wide open 3.
Well, he had a free throw opportunity, missed. Airballed a 3, and the coach called him to make the last second shot. Why?
No, the point guard shot the last second shot. Didn't he?
No, it was Wagner.
Because remember the point guard missed the shot, and then the ball. Oh, I guess you're talking about. Yeah, he technically did, but it was with like 0.5 left.
But he still drew it because it was out of bounds. He drew it up to pass to Wagner.
Yeah.
So why? Wagner had already missed
probably
2 clutch shots. But he already missed 2 clutch shots. You're not going to put someone on a cold streak. I mean, unless they're Kobe Bryant, but I doubt that dude's Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that was bad. They had all they had to do was like hit one of those shots, then they probably win the game.
I believe
UCLA didn't score either.
No, they didn't. They didn't do. Dude, the final score is 49-51. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. You can't go over. I think they went 0 for 8 on the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
I think they went 0 for 8. That's horrible.
Yeah, you can't expect to win.
And yeah, that's a rough way to exit. If I was a Michigan fan, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
I would be so upset.
Yeah, they shouldn't have lost that game. They had so many opportunities. And UCLA, it was literally a 2-point lead for UCLA for like the past 4 minutes of the game, and neither team scored. Like Michigan,
it was hard to watch.
Had tons of missed threes. And why are you shooting threes too? Like, it's a 2-point game. You're shooting threes. Why are you shooting threes?
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
You could take a 2. Like,
well, dude,
why you shoot threes?
You're the much better team. Take them into overtime. Yeah. It's not like they have momentum on their side. Everybody's missing. Yeah. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I don't know. So that was a dumpster fire by Michigan. Moving on, I guess we can make our predictions for tomorrow's games. Houston versus Baylor, UCLA versus Zags. Let's start with Houston and Baylor. Houston, they're not a bad team. I just don't see them beating Baylor.
Yeah, I have Baylor and the Zags. I don't think.
I think the upsets are done at this point.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if UCLA beats the Zags, that might be bigger than a 16 beating a 1. Because, dude, the Zags are so much ahead of every other team, though. Like, here's the thing: UCLA scored 51 total points in their last game.
Yeah.
The Zags had 48 at half.
Yeah.
So UCLA has to put up 80 points this game, minimum. They have to put up 80 points.
Yeah, it'll be a big upset if they win, but
Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a game where Gonzaga scored less than 84 points or 83 points. Excuse me. I'm looking through it right now.
To be fair, they haven't played really anybody.
I don't, dude. They've been destroying. USC was on a hot streak though.
They did beat USC.
They were hot.
Yeah.
They're beating the brakes off everybody. And
yeah, that's true.
Oh man,
it's gonna be.
They have not scored less than 83 points. So I expect if USC wants to win this game, they got to put up 80 at least, or at least ballpark 80 and play some good defense.
Or hope Gonzaga plays like crap like Michigan did.
But Gonzaga's way better than Michigan, and we all know that. I guess it is March Madness. Anything can happen still. But
the only thing I see happening, I could see Houston upsetting Baylor. That could go either way, but
I could see that happening.
But I don't see Gonzaga losing. I just don't.
Unless Jesus Christ himself opens up the skies and spites down on Gonzaga, but
I don't see them losing. I think they're gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah, I see Gonzaga winning. I don't even think Baylor's good enough to beat them.
I think Baylor is, but I still would pick Gonzaga. But I want to see a Gonzaga Baylor final. I don't want to see. I don't want to see a blowout final. I want to see Baylor play Gonzaga because they're the only team that can hang with them right now. So that's what I want to see.
It's gonna be. It'll get interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be very interesting. I don't. Actually, well, to be fair, I don't think it's gonna be interesting. I think Gonzaga's gonna win anyway. So I guess we'll see. I think the thing with Gonzaga is that they have a lot of, because they have like half seniors on their team, don't they?
They have a lot of seniors.
Yeah, and they got, who is it, Jalen Suggs? Yeah, he's gonna be a one and done player, but I think they only have like 1 or 2 one and dones, and then everyone else is a senior, junior, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So they got. They probably won't. They might be as good next year. I don't know, because I bet a lot of the juniors are going to return.
They're always a pretty good team. It doesn't matter as far as like these kind of schools. Like if they lose players, they're still going to be good for the most part, just because of the structure and the college is just known for being good at basketball.
Well, they're not good at football. I don't even know if they have a football team.
I don't know. Yeah, they're not good at football. Like a lot of these teams, like it's Michigan. They're decent at football, but yeah, Baylor, they're decent at football too, I guess.
Houston's okay. UCLA's okay.
But there's a lot of schools that are just strictly like basketball heavy, like
North Carolina
that aren't good at really football. Yeah, North Carolina's not really they're decent at football. Duke, yeah. So this will be interesting. I think.
I was gonna say Roy Williams. He retired.
Yeah.
33 years. That's gonna be, dude. Who's gonna take over?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a rough way he went out though, dude. Like.
Well, yeah. Why did you want to go off on a season like this?
Yeah, that's a rough way to go out.
Maybe he just realized like this was. I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to go out on a year like this.
Yeah, I think you want. at least go another year or something, do something to go out on a win or something. Like, I don't know.
Maybe not necessarily even a championship win, but this was a disgraceful. They went out first round.
Yeah, and it was like 17 point loss. So yeah.
It's disappointing how they went out, but I mean,
North Carolina's going to be.
Regardless, he's an all-time great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it doesn't matter what happened these past whatever years. He's an all-time great, and it's not even.
It's going to be rough with North Carolina though. Now, like, I don't know how their team's going to be next year. They might not make the tournament. I mean, no Roy Williams, and their team's already not great. They don't really have.
Well, they got to figure something out.
Yeah. So that's going to be rough for them. I don't know.
It'll be interesting, but we'll keep you updated. Obviously, the Final Four is this weekend, and then the championships on Monday. So we'll keep you updated and let you know next week kind of what happens. I also wanted to get in just really quick to just slot this in there. We're actually having an idea of creating some videos, just not podcast style, just some normal YouTube videos. And what we wanted to do in them was, our first idea was to have Cole, obviously, as a professional gamer, professional Madden player. We wanted to have him look at real schemes that real defenses are putting up in real time. We won't have seen any of these plays beforehand. And he'll try to guess what the defense is going to do beforehand. And if he gets it right, we'll see what happens. But we think that would be a cool concept. How much can a Madden player really get? How in-depth is their knowledge of something like this as to the real game?
Yeah, I think that would be cool to do. We'll see what happens with that. But
You think you'll be good at it?
I think I'll be good at it, yeah. I mean, when I watch games in real time, I'm able to kind of see what's going to happen. But, I mean, I'm not Tony Romo, but I think that would be kind of cool to do. But, yeah, I mean, do we want to talk about our brackets at all or no?
We mentioned it a little bit earlier. The moral of the story is me and him are going to tie. Because we both have Gonzaga in the final. And if Gonzaga doesn't make it, then we tie on that. If Gonzaga makes it, then we tie on that. If Gonzaga loses, we tie on that. If Gonzaga wins, we tie on that. It's a wash between me and you two. Or between me and you. And he's a for sure last place. So that means Dylan's a for sure third place.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Austin, it's been rough for you, dude. It's been rough. It's been rough. You must not have had anybody in like the Elite Eight, dude.
Okay, let's check.
Did you get any Elite Eight teams right?
One.
Yeah, that's been rough.
He had Michigan, but he had Michigan. No, he had Houston. Michigan and Houston. But he had both of them losing. And Houston won.
Houston losing?
To Oklahoma State.
Why'd you have it? You just like the player?
Kate Cunningham.
Oklahoma State player?
Yeah, he was pretty good throughout the regular season.
He did not do great in the tournament. He had one good game, and the other games he was,
Yeah.
He's still projected number one overall, though.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I feel like March Madness doesn't really affect that much as far as like stock goes.
Yeah, oh, no, it definitely. Look at Zion. They went out in the Elite Eight, and they had one of the most stacked teams in college history.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't affect those guys that much, to be honest.
And they probably should have lost to, who was it? Taco Fall's team. What was their team? We talked about this the other time on the podcast.
UFC, or UCF.
UCF, yeah. They almost lost to UCF.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that was one of the most stacked college teams of all time. They went out in the Elite Eight, could have gone out in the Sweet 16.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff's crazy. It's so hard to predict. Like, it's literally, like, I'll literally be, like, cheering if I get a first round right a year. Like, if I can pick the first 2 days right, I'm going to throw a party. Because, like, it's literally impossible, dude. It's so hard. Like,
Oh, man.
you literally have upset. You have twos losing the first day. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's probably it for March Madness.
That is going to be it for March Madness.
Didn't have as many games to really talk about. I mean, I did watch a lot of them. The best game was definitely the UCLA-Bama game. That was definitely the best game of the tournament. And I was disappointed. I mean, I picked Bama to win. I feel like they got
I
kind of
picked
screwed at the
Bama to
end.
win. Or no, I didn't actually. I picked them to lose. So
You picked UCLA to win?
Not UCLA. It was I had a different team in there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about just the game. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like Bama got kind of screwed at the end, but it was still a really good game. I mean, it was nip and tuck the whole time, so I was definitely entertained watching it. So,
Let's
yeah.
see. Well, moving on to our next topic, we got. We have KD to cover, and this is going to be interesting. He had some colorful language for Michael Rappaport, And this was, wow. Like, first of all, I'll say this. With Michael Rappaport, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of sharing private DMs. Apparently, this had been going on for months, and KD, like, kept reigniting it after it was over, so he just decided to finally just, like, expose him, I guess. I'm still not a huge fan of it. I think I would have said something along the lines of, like, or I would have just blocked him at that point. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of releasing private texts or private, unless obviously, you know, there's legal stuff to be had with it. But, like, as far as just, like, person to person goes, I'm not a big advocate for releasing private data.
Yeah.
But wow, am I a little bit happy that this got released because it's a little funny. But what do you want to start with before we go into these DMs?
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, Kevin Durant, he's known for doing that. Like, he's known for replying to freaking people on Twitter, like, just fanboys that are talking crap about him. Like, he's sensitive in that way. Like, he'll talk about people calling him out. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but the language he used and the words were...
That's colorful.
Kind of childish. Yeah, it was kind of weird seeing that. I could understand because he does it on Twitter all the time.
But not to this extent.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
That's what I was surprised about. So, I mean, yeah, it was weird. I mean, at first I thought it was like fake, but I mean, it's not fake. So
no, it's definitely not fake.
So it's definitely weird. I mean, I don't know if that's weird for an athlete a guy of his standing to freaking...
Well, like what Skip Bayless says, he's the most sensitive superstar probably of all time.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
let's go into what this was about, right? So this initially happened, I believe it was back in December. Mike Rappaport tweeted, KD seemed deeply in his feelings with NBA TNT crew after the game. Damn it, he's super sensitive about everything. Don't do the interview. So he was like, I remember because this is when Charles Barkley asked a really stupid question. It was a stupid question, but after that, Kevin Durant just one-worded every answer. And a lot of people, you know, some people have mixed feelings about that. Some people are like, oh, this is what you pay to do, you should do this. But other people are like, well, it doesn't. I mean, Charles asked the stupid question. And I mean, knowing Charles Barkley, he's not loved by a bunch of NBA. Like, he's kind of... A lot of NBA players, actually, current NBA players, aren't big fans of him.
Right.
Especially now that he started his broadcasting career. But, yeah, either way, that's what Michael Rappaport said. Katie replied, and we're going to keep this PG. I said, damn it, but that's PG still. Relax. We're going to keep this PG because we're not trying to get demonetized or age restricted. Katie replied, you a B word. And... Mike Rappaport,
strong.
He replied, "Oh, you don't even. Just wait."
Oh, I've read him.
I've read him.
He said, Michael Rappaport replies, "Just do the effing interview, and if you were upset about something they said, say something. Up there, you looking like you were gonna cry in blank." And
no, it's true, dude. I can't lie.
Then
it's true.
Kevin Durant hits back with, "I did the interview, you bleep head.
Yeah.
Tell your baby daddy Chuck to be better at his job and frame his questions better." He gave me two options for that dumb bleep question: yes or no.
Dude, real quick. What does Kevin Durant get out of saying this stuff?
I see. That's the thing that nobody understands.
There's nothing but bad that comes from saying this stuff.
Why does he need to be validated by everybody?
Yeah.
Dude, you're an 11-time All-Star. You're considered possibly the best player on the planet.
Yeah, there's no shot that you should be even considering replying or being affected by any kind of Twitter replies or anything like that.
He replies to no names on the street all the time.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's freaking Twitter. Like, there's no shot you're that sensitive, dude.
It's crazy. And then Michael Rappaport sent some other stuff, and Katie replied back, "I heard it all before you C-word." And not like, Chuck doesn't need your U.S. security pasty, other C-word, guzzling B-word. Yeah. This feels like Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like Kids Bob.
That one was, dude.
That's such a holy, that hit you that deep that you're like,
Well, dude, it's not even a big deal, dude. He's saying do the interview. Like, dude.
Well, I don't know what Chuck. I don't know what Michael Rappaport said. Like, he said this. If someone called Easy Money Sniper an idiot, he would literally cry to the TV. It's just. And then Kevin Durant's not finished. I swear I'm gonna spit in your face when I see your dirty blank. Bet your life on it. Meet me on 17th tomorrow at 10. Better yet, what's your address? 10 a.m. Catch a steak on the corner. Meet me there. P word.
Didn't he say Ruth Chris or something?
No, he didn't. He just said catch a steak.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, there's no way. Like, come on, dude. He's saying do the interview.
Dude, he's not.
That's the only thing he's
saying.
Well,
look. Michael Rappaport's a little. Like,
yeah, he's a little out there. But.
Yeah, but dude, it's not even done. Then I don't know how lost in context or whatever this is, but then Michael Rappaport says, "Go help the kids in Brownsville, Brooklyn, and stop being a blanking blank." Kevin replies, "You a blank for even caring how I do the interview." Well, Kevin, you're kind of a blank for caring that he cares. All you do is blank suck other men for attention. Trump didn't pay attention to your sorry blank, so now you want to use everybody else to get views and laughs. Your life is a blank joke, pale blank blank.
Dude, he was hurting though, dude. There's no shot.
No, he's hurting bad. Go get some sun. Really it's effing with your brain. Piece of blank. Oh man.
Dude, he was upset big time.
You go do it, you clown. Good for you, but nobody gives a blank.
Wait,
Suck a. Say go to Brownsville and help people that need it. Goofball. You need it, clown. Good for you. Suck a blank. Can't wait to tell you all this in person.
There's gotta be, dude.
I don't know why he's so.
Have some type of vendetta previously.
Dude, it's not even done. There's more. No,
I don't think I've seen this.
Ha ha ha! You're such a blank. You suing another man for talking blank about you. I can't wait to spit on your blank blank. You called your lawyer like the blank you are. Ha 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 ha. You couldn't talk Portnoy. Talking as defamation of character. Like, dude, like Kevin.
He's in his films.
Why are dude? You're one of the best players ever. Like top 20 of all time, and it's. You call? Oh no. P word blank want a lawyer up.
Still going on this.
Your wife.
He hasn't even replied.
Your wife mad as blank cause you wasting that little bit of money on lawyers. Can't take a joke. How blank are you?
Can't take a joke.
Your wife doesn't even respect your blank.
I will say, dude, if someone can't take a joke, it's definitely might be you. Like
might be.
Yeah, it is you. Like, dude. Awesome. I know that's your boy. We gotta have you defend him here, dude.
No, he doesn't need to defend him. I'm just curious what he has to say. What do you think about? What did you think about the whole situation?
I thought it was pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. I'll give him that.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see the interview, so I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna set a player up for a yes or no question, like you probably shouldn't be an analyst.
No, it wasn't even this guy that did it.
I know, but he's talking about.
Charles
What's his name?
But look, Chuck. Yeah, Chuck's kind of a loser. A lot of people in the NBA don't like Chuck. I don't really like Chuck, to be honest. I think he's kind of a douche a little bit. Not a little bit. He's a lot. But I don't know. I understand being upset and even maybe calling it out, but to just I don't look at how I can't show it, but there's at least 12 texts in a row unreplied to that he's just.
Yeah, it is, and he's sensitive, but it's even surprising I've never seen that before. A guy of Durant standing to go and do this,
the verbiage that he used of just you blank guzzling blank. What?
Yeah.
That's
you gotta know. Yeah, I mean that's pretty ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, I will say, yeah. I mean, he probably didn't think it was gonna get out either, but
again,
you gotta dude, you gotta know better, dude. You can't take those messages back, dude.
You're not on your burner account. Figure it out.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's already been exposed for having a burner account. KD, come on, dude. You're 11 plus All-Star. You're
you got
All NBA all the time. You're possibly one of the best players in the world, top 20 of all time. You're a back-to-back Finals MVP. Like, dude, why are you replying to? I don't know.
I mean, you gotta pay attention to what the media's saying a little bit, but like, he's gotta get it straight. Like, you shouldn't be paying attention to what little Twitter weirdos are talking about you, dude. You just shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, he gets so upset about that. Like, dude, do you really care about what 6-year-old Timmy's tweeting out at you? Like, come on, dude. So, I mean, yeah, that's how he is. I mean, he gets upset about that stuff. So.
Well, we'll see what happens.
It was pretty funny when it broke, though. I mean, it was.
I laughed. Look. As a completely objective, nothing in this. Like, I have no feelings or anything. It's kind of funny to watch. It's a little sad to watch at the same time because you're like, dude, you're one of the best players of all time, and you're doing that. But it's a little sad. It's a little funny. Michael Rappaport, I'm not the biggest fan of him either. He's kind of, but like, a little bit,
but he's funny, and I kind of like him, but.
Yeah,
he's a little out there.
He's weird sometimes.
He is
kind of
weird.
He's kind of like, yeah. Look at his profile picture. Like, that's a little. Oh,
he is kind of a weirdo.
Just for also context sake, he tagged the post as Snake Island.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, all in all, Katie was fined $50K, which is to Katie, it's a lot of money, but it's like.
But people that follow bass, like, we're not gonna forget about that. Like,
no.
Like, that's gonna be held against you forever, dude.
Well, I mean,
don't forget that.
He's gonna be known as one of the softest superstars of all time for sure.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty crazy stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll just keep it in the NBA. You got fined $50K. It's most people will probably move past it at this point, but we got something to talk about. Okay, look.
God, they scored 130
The
points.
Warriors today lost. We weren't even going to report games today, but the Warriors lost by 53 points. They were down 60 to the Raptors, one of the biggest disappointments of the whole season. They lost to one of the biggest disappointments of the whole season by 53.
Yeah.
They were down 60 at a point.
I guess that just shows you how bad they were without Steph, I guess, huh?
Dude, that's still NBA players.
Yeah.
Like, those are NBA basketball players losing by 60.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, that's disgraceful, dude.
Whew.
That was,
I mean, I'd be tempted to bench almost every single player and just play Draymond and Curry the next game. I mean, Pascal Siakam, 36 points. OG Anoop. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. How do you say his name?
OJ Anunoby?
Is that how you say it?
Anobi?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
Dropped 21 on the dome, dude. Gary Trent Jr. scored 24. Van Fleet didn't do a whole lot. I mean, this is just sad. They don't even have Kyle Lowry right now. This is just, dude, this is just sad.
Yeah, that's paid professionals.
I would have.
How long has Curry been out? I mean, they're hurting bad. What's their record?
It's not amazing. 23-26. They still have a shot at like 8 seeds.
The fact that they can make the playoffs with how they're performing, probably without Curry, like, that's pretty crazy.
Well, Curry hasn't, but he's been kind of on and off. He's had a few injuries throughout the season, but he's still been in and out.
But it seems like, I mean, if they're able to, I mean, that just, I mean,
dude,
the
Raptors still didn't have Kyle Lowry, and they've been horrible this season.
Yeah.
They're not even in the playoffs, I don't think, at this point. They're like the 10th seed.
Yeah, they don't have many guys. Like, they have Van Fleet, and then Lowry, you said, has been out, so, yeah.
But hasn't been great this year.
Yeah, so.
They got Gary Trent Jr., who has some promise, but I'm just,
yeah, that's pretty bad. That's a beating. 50 points, like, that's...
Dude, that's worse than some college teams are getting beat by right now. Like...
That's worse than freaking Alabama beats teams in football, like...
Yeah, that's crazy. That's inexcusable. You gotta have someone, I don't know, Curry, Draymond, although Draymond said some crazy stuff the other day. Best defender of all time. I don't even know if he's top 20. I don't even know if he's top 20.
I don't know. He's a good defender, but yeah, he's not the best ever. At least not.
He's definitely not best ever.
Yeah.
I can name 5 people off the bat that are better than him.
Why would you say that? What does that do for you? What's good about that?
Look,
What's a target on your back?
Well, I understand as a player having confidence. Like, I get that. I get it. You got to be in that mindset. Like, you got to be the greatest. You got to be... But, like, to come out and be like... even, it would have been way better if he said, I'm one of the best. But to just flat out be like, no one is better. Dude, you weren't better than Jordan.
I wouldn't even say that. There's no shot.
He has
All
what?
it does is bad stuff for you.
Dude, he has, like, 1 defensive player of the year. I think he has 1.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you gotta keep that stuff to yourself, dude. That does nothing but, like he said, puts a target on your back. Like,
well, again, like, I understand if you're like,
does
you know,
no good for you.
If you were to be like, I'm a really good defender, probably.
I wouldn't even say that, dude. Even that's braggadocious, dude. Just
say something like, I believe in myself. I know what I'm capable of. I'm gonna go out there and do it. Just say something like that. But I'm the best defender of all time. Dude, like, just think for, like, 5 seconds. Like, it doesn't...
that does nothing good for him, dude. That's my thing with that. Like, that does nothing. That does you no good.
You're not even the best defender in the league right now. What are you thinking? Like, I don't even know if you're top 5. Like, he's not better than Gobert. I don't even like Gobert.
Though. I'd take him over Gobert, maybe, dude. Gobert's overrated as a defensive player, dude.
He's not better than Whiteside. You're not better than Steven Adams. Not better than Zion. Like, dude, I don't know. Draymond, you gotta figure it out, dude. You cannot be out here making those kind of statements and just living with it.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
Dude's upset.
I don't even know how you say that and just, like, play it off.
You should never say stuff like that, ever. Even if you are the best defender ever.
No, if you are, I get, if you have the
say
accolades.
that.
Dude, if you got some dude that's got, like, 3 all-time NBAs and they're...
Let you speak for yourself, dude. You don't need to say that. Like,
well, some people are talkative. Look at your boy, like, Shea Sharp. That dude was one of the biggest talkers in the whole world. Like,
yeah, but on the field, well, did he say it on the court? Was he just like...
He's pretty off the field, too. He's pretty crazy.
No, I'm talking about Draymond.
No, he said that off the court. That was in an interview.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Shannon Sharp, I mean...
He did it off the field, too.
He'll talk about his accolades, but he doesn't, like...
Well, he'll say he said he's one of the greatest of all time.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, I'm perfectly fine.
He is, though.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you can back it up, and you have the history...
I think there's a difference between saying... Because he is a Hall of Famer. I think there's a difference between saying I'm one of the greatest because I am a Hall of Famer, like, that's proven, I have these accolades, as opposed to saying I'm the best ever.
Well
with no evidence. Like,
that's what I said with Draymond. Yeah. Just, at least if you said I'm one of the best, you're not, like, completely crowning yourself. Yeah. But saying you're just the best of all time is just... Yikes.
Well, I mean, and he's still in the league. Like, that puts a target on your back. Like,
I don't hate Draymond.
Problem.
Like, I'm not one of the people that hates Draymond, but for good... Like, God, like... I just don't get it.
Yeah.
You gotta be a little bit self-aware. That's, it's a point of being confident, cocky, and straight delusional. He's delusional.
Yeah. Yeah, just play the game, dude. Just play the game. Let your play speak for it, dude. That's what I would say.
Look, I get it. He's won chips with a stacked team. He's won chips. He's got 8 Defensive Player of the Year. He's got a few all defenses, but, like, dude, come on. Like, again, you're not even the best in the league right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. So.
Good Lord. Moving on. That was a little rant I was not expecting. We have some other really, really controversial stuff to go over with the whole Deshaun Watson allegations. There's now, I believe it's up to 21 sexual assault allegations against Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. 21?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Dude, 2 or 3 would have been bad. 21?
Yeah.
How?
I don't think he can play.
Dude, how do you... Okay, but like, and then look, Deshaun Watson, his lawyer, has also brought 18 women that are willing to speak on behalf of him and say he did no conduct. But I feel like that's such an easy argument to do. Like, just because he didn't do it with them doesn't mean he didn't... Like, that's a horrible argument.
Yeah.
And, You know what that also shows? Deshaun Watson has had 39 massage therapists in less than 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can defend that.
What? 39?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, innocent until proven guilty, but yeah, that's a lot. Like, that's tough. I don't know if he can play this year.
I don't know. And look, I'm not going to lie. I don't like the actions that this Brimsby, or however the hell you say his name, I'm not sure, the lawyer that's bringing this all, because he's like, well, I have this evidence, but I'm not going to go to Houston PD. And he actually said because of Deshaun Watson's lawyer has like a cousin or brother or family relative in some way in the Houston PD, and he's scared that something's going to happen. He's like, I'm not saying that, but you are saying that. And so I don't totally love this lawyer guy, but dude, I don't, like 21 different women, different occasions, all of them. How? Like, that's almost irrefutable.
Yeah, it's
like,
tough. And it was surprising, too. Like, Deshaun Watson's the one guy I wouldn't expect to have this stuff happen to him. So, I mean, I love Deshaun Watson.
Well, I'm
awesome
assuming
leader.
it was just like a fantasy kind of thing that he was trying to play out.
Yeah.
I guess that's why he had 39 different massage therapists. But, dude, I feel like at a certain point, you gotta just... You can't have that kind of behavior as an all-pro NFL quarterback, franchise guy. You can't be doing weird stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta... you're Deshaun Watson. You're not some dude on the street, Deshaun Watson. You're NFL quarterback, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Like, yeah, it would be one thing. Like, how many did Big Ben had? Big Ben had...
he had a few. But I'm pretty... And
like, this is...
I'm pretty sure Ben was guilty, too. Like, I'm pretty sure it's almost... Like, no, he paid off the person. But 21...
Yeah, that's
21.
never gonna... It's never going away. Like, that's going to affect him the rest of his career, dude. Like, that's...
Well, and this says right here, Houston Police Department, or actually today, they began investigating him. So I think the information finally got turned over.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
this
so-
is...
Well, no one's trading for him now.
Well, no, dude, he had the world at his fingertips. And now here's the thing, he's in such an awkward situation. It's bad for all parties. You look at Watson now, even if he gets to go back to the NFL, right? He's going to be playing for the Texans, who he's already said, I want out. I don't like this franchise, and they're not on good terms. And now he's got to stay with them, even if he goes back. And it's just, like Deshaun, you can't. Like you said, he was one of like the model quarterbacks. I would never have expected this.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it was one or two, I could see how some people would be a little skeptical, but I don't think you can be skeptical at 21. That's so... All different incidences, all unknown, like they don't know each other, all completely isolated. I don't know how you can get 21 people to 100% throw their neck on the line for something like this serious of an allegation with just nothing. Like, 21.
Yeah, it's no joke.
I feel like that'd be an easy thing to break a conspiracy on if they were just plotting on him.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's definitely a big deal. I mean, 21 allegations is no joke, dude. Like, that's no joke. So, I don't know. That's going to be interesting, but, I mean, I don't know if he can play next year. I don't think you can play.
Well, I mean... We're going to have to see how this all unfolds. Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
You still got to wait for the investigation and everything, but yeah, that's a lot of allegations, dude. So, I mean, it's not something that's going to affect him whether he's guilty or not. It's going to affect him the rest of his career. I mean,
well, even if you're not guilty, Deshaun, you need to take this as a lesson. You're a NFL
just don't put yourself in
quarterback.
that situation ever
exactly.
again.
You should,
or anything close to it, like.
Well, and again, you're not just some random Joe Schmo. You need to understand that this is not like 39 different massage therapists.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, I mean, it sucks. I mean, I like Deshaun Watson a lot. So.
Well, that's the thing. You talk to like NFL analysts. You talk to a bunch of different people. They'll say, you know what, he's one of the most stand-up guys you'll meet.
Yeah.
Which is why it's just caught everybody off guard. And I mean, this TMZ report says new police report triggers investigation. QB's attorneys welcome probe. So, I mean, it looks like his attorney has full faith in him. Rusty Harden is his name. He's defended a lot of celebrities. He defended AP in his child abuse case. He's defended a lot of celebrities. So, this dude knows his way around. But
I don't know if you can get out of this.
Rusty Harden quoted saying, "We welcome this long overdue development. Now we will learn the identity of at least one accuser. We will fully cooperate with the Houston Police Department." I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
21, dude. 4 different states, too? That's what this is saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
It's really tough. Well, we'll keep updating you guys as the days go on, but I just don't see this having a super happy ending. I really don't. I guess we'll move past this, but it has been an interesting thing to watch unfold. When it first came out, I thought it was just whatever, but...
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll wait for the investigation, but, I don't know if you can get out 21 allegations. That's freaking crazy, man. Like, it'd be... if it was a couple, yeah, sure. But, 21 is just outrageous number, so... Yeah, we'll see.
All right, well, I guess let's move on to the mock draft that we were going to talk about. We wanted to talk about a few things. And kind of just mention what we thought of, what we think is going to happen. There were some trade-ups that happened. The Dolphins obviously moved back and then moved up again with the Eagles. So the Eagles are now at 12th. Dolphins are at 6th.
I don't know what the Eagles are doing.
The Niners are the Eagles are putting all their baskets in the Jalen Hurts or all their eggs.
Yeah, but even then, trading down to 12, and they only got another. They got a first-round pick out of it, but 12 is a really bad spot to pick in the first round.
Oh, it's like no man's land.
Yeah, exactly. So it's tough to pick 12. You got a first round pick, I guess. Maybe they didn't like a guy they were going to be probably picking around that spot, but
maybe they weren't sold on anybody.
I guess it would be smart.
I'll say this right now: you better get a weapon for Jalen Hurts, because what they had last year was not cutting it. So you better figure that out. Looking at some of the mock drafts that we have going on, it's interesting. So, basically, let's get into it. The Niners have basically said they don't believe in Jimmy Garoppolo for the future. One way or the other, whether this is his last year and he's going to be kind of like an Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes situation, or it's going to be, whoever they draft is going to be the starter from out of the gate. I don't know.
I think they're gonna take Mac Jones, their pick.
You think so?
Yeah, they're gonna take Mac Jones.
Well, either way, it is.
So
they basically told Garoppolo, you're on death row. You're not.
Yeah. He's not like a guy that they need to it's not like an Alex Smith situation where it's okay, this guy's a veteran, he has experience. Okay, Mahomes gonna learn from him every year. Garoppolo, he is a veteran, I guess, but it's not.
Dude, he gets injured so much.
But it's not like this guy is a freaking Hall of Famer. It's not like a guy that you need to have Mac Jones sit behind and it's I'm taking advice from Jimmy G or something. It's not like that.
No, dude, he's a turnover machine. He gets hurt all the time.
Yeah.
This is I understand why they want to move on. It's really interesting to see them they blatantly said it or not said it, but they basically it's like the wink wink nudge nudge kind of thing.
They basically have said it. Yeah. They don't. Every team defends their quarterback but them. So or not but them. Some other teams do it too, but. Yeah, when you straight up say that stuff that they've been saying, you don't believe in him and you're moving on.
Well, let's get into. We'll just talk about the big name drafts. We're not gonna get in depth into the first round, but obviously Trevor Lawrence is going first. That's nobody's gonna be surprised by that. But then you get into 2 through 5 and it gets a little bit more interesting. Even 2 through 8 gets a little bit more interesting. Yeah. Most people, it's been kind of known that the Jets are going for Zach Wilson.
They're going to take Zach Wilson.
This is not a good idea to me.
Really?
I'm not a believer. Here's the thing, though. I don't believe in almost any of the rest of the quarterbacks. Not definitively.
Really?
I'm not
Zach Wilson's a stud, dude. He's talented.
Okay, but talent.
Did you see that throw he made?
Okay, we're gonna get into that in a
day?
second. We're gonna get into that in a second.
I mean, I watched some of his games. I watched who did they play that one game? I mean, I've watched him play. He's super talented.
Yeah, and I watched him play
He's,
versus Coastal Carolina, the only ranked team they played, and they lost.
Yeah.
And he looked horrible in that game.
Yeah,
Look.
I mean, he is playing for BYU too, though. At the same time.
Yeah, but I mean, they lost Coastal Carolina. Like, that's not a team you're like, oh, scary.
Yeah.
But obviously, I mean,
he's a super talented
he looked
player.
pretty human in that game.
He has, I would say, the reason his stock is so high. I mean, his ceiling is super low, but he has, or not his ceiling. He's super talented.
His floor is super low. Is that what you're
His
saying?
floor is super low. That's what I meant to say. But he has a super high ceiling. That's what I was saying. I like Trevor Lawrence a lot. I think Trevor Lawrence has a higher floor.
You think he has a lower ceiling than Zach Wilson?
I mean, it's close, but I would say yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bold statement.
I think so. I mean, I think he's more talented player.
Really?
I think he's more talented, yeah.
I don't. Zach, look.
I think, obviously, they're going to take Trevor Lawrence because he's the safer pick. I mean,
he's the smarter pick.
Because if they take Zach Wilson and he busts, they're losing their jobs.
He's not proven at all.
Who's Zach Wilson?
Yeah. He played, who did he play? He couldn't beat the Utes in any of the years.
Yeah.
The Utes aren't, like, they're good.
I think his ceiling is what is so high and stuff, like, and I like Trevor Lawrence a lot, but, yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, yeah, I would say he has a little bit of a higher ceiling.
Well, I'll say this.
But Trevor Lawrence's floor is way higher. I mean, obviously. Zach Wilson could bust, obviously. Trevor Lawrence, at worst, he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league for the next decade. Like,
I don't know if that is worse, in my opinion. It's more like a system quarterback that's good with some teams.
I don't know.
That's his worst for me.
I would say, like, top 15 quarterback every year. That's his floor, I think, for me.
Interesting.
But
Zach Wilson, I'm not going to lie, I don't see him being a starting quarterback for more than 2 years.
Really?
I don't. I give him 2 years at best.
I mean, the Jets are a bad team, but
Jets are horrible. I mean,
Zach Wilson's talented, dude. Like,
I don't believe.
I'm not talking about his pro day. Like, that stuff's stupid. But
I'll say that. Well, okay, we'll get into that in a second. The only quarterback that I kind of think can have a pretty successful career is Mac Jones, and I will say that. Not a big believer in Justin Fields either. I mean, when was the last time Ohio State put out a?
I don't think so either.
When was the last time Ohio State put in a good quarterback?
Yeah, that's true.
It's been rough, and even with record numbers like Dwayne Haskins, 50 touchdowns, and doesn't matter. He's a horrible quarterback in the NFL. And
I think Mac Jones has potential to have like the best career.
I think so.
Because if he goes to the Niners too, like he's going to be with a good organization.
Yeah.
So he has potential to have a super great career. So, but yeah, Justin Fields. I mean, I know you're saying about the Ohio State quarterbacks. They're busted. I don't know.
I'll say this, I don't care about
a thing to do though, just to be like, oh, you play for Ohio State, like your stock's immediately.
Well, no, I don't care about his 4.4 dash either. I don't
matter.
care about that. Let me
dude, you're not drafting. He's not a wide receiver, dude.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You're not drafting a wide receiver, dude.
Well, and he's okay. He's not
if he runs a 4.42, like.
Well, yeah, if he runs a 4.4 and he can get in and out of tackles like Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick, yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
But nobody's gonna be like Justin Fields is similar to Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
it's just not gonna happen.
I think Justin Fields is clearly at least at most the fourth best QB in the draft.
Yeah,
I would say he's below those three for sure, at least. And I haven't even. Who's the other guy?
The fifth guy is Trey Lance.
Oh,
Trey Lance. Here's the thing: he had a really good 2 years ago. He had an amazing season, like an amazing season. Last year, I don't even think he played because of COVID. He might have played. His team played one game, I think, but I don't think he played. He's getting drafted top 5.
You think so?
He's going to one of the teams, yeah, or maybe not top 5, but he's first round, top 10 at least.
Oh, top 10.
Yeah, he's going to a team for sure.
He's not going to Niners.
Trey Lance,
They're taking Mac Jones.
I have not seen enough of him. Yeah, this mock draft, I don't know if I agree with, but I have not seen enough of Trey Lance.
They're taking Mac. I know Kyle Shanahan, dude. I know how he operates, and like they're taking Mac Jones. Mac Jones is an accurate thrower, and he's athletic enough. He's not really an athlete.
No, but I'm not saying he is, but he's athletic enough.
Sure,
I think he could escape a tackle if he absolutely needed to. In the pocket, not open field.
Yeah, the Niners are gonna take Mac Jones. I would bet a lot of money on that.
I'm still not a huge believer. I don't see any I'll say this: other than Trevor Lawrence, I don't see any guaranteed success by any of these quarterbacks. Now, Mac Jones might get that because he's in a really good situation.
Mac Jones, yeah.
But I don't see guaranteed success. I really don't. I don't see a guy that you're going to draft in your... Well, you know what I mean, though. I don't see a guy that I could believe in.
Yeah.
I don't...
Every dude, you could be the most talented QB ever. You go to a crappy team, you could look bad. You could look bad in a bad offense.
It's possible.
Look at Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Looked bad.
Well, yeah, but a little different. But I think it's just... I don't... Look, I watched Zach Wilson play against the Utes, and I watched every single down, watched every single play, and I watched some other BYU games just because, they're a big Ute rival, whatever.
Yeah.
He just... Yeah, he has some games, but dude, he's beating the brakes off of Northern Illinois. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed. I gotta see...
Well, he's not on a good team either.
Well, if he comes out... BYU, depends. BYU was a good team comparatively to the other... It's like Northern Illinois. But again, they played... Dude, he never beat the Utes. He couldn't do it. And... I don't know.
I think you're drafting Zach Wilson for his ceiling only. That's what you're drafting him for. You're drafting him for his talent because the best quarterbacks in the league right now are talented and they can play like him.
Well, I'll say this.
He reminds me a little bit of Mahomes in college.
Mahomes at least played decent comp, though. Don't you remember the game Oklahoma versus Texas Tech?
Well, I'm not
Mahomes
put
up 500 yards.
I don't care about who they're playing against, dude.
I do. You don't care about competition?
I do, but I'm watching the quarterback play. I'm not just going to be like, oh, you played crappy competition, so you just are disqualified.
Well, I don't think you're disqualified. I'm just saying I'm not a believer. I wouldn't want that. I don't think he's much better than Sam Darnold. I don't. I don't think Sam Darnold's good. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
the Jets. Well, here's the thing: the Jets do have to surround him with talent. They got to try something.
Yeah.
But I think it's almost criminal that Sam Darnold had to play under Adam Gase for 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't believe in I will say I don't believe in Zach Wilson, but I don't believe in the Jets more. So I'll give him that at least. I don't believe in the Jets at all.
Yeah, you're drafting him strictly for his ceiling. He's super talented, and I think. Yeah, the safer pick is a guy like Trevor Lawrence or Mac Jones. I feel like that's a safer pick, but you're just taking him for a ceiling, dude. And he just reminds me of those guys. Like Mahomes, he reminds me of him more so than the other guys, obviously. But
no, Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence is like a generational talent. I think he's way more special than Zach Wilson. I will say that.
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of people think that. It's unpopular to say that he has a higher ceiling.
Well, he's 6'6".
Trevor Lawrence is a stud.
He's huge. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence's floor is...
His floor is a top 15 QB. So, yeah. It's a safer pick, and I think you can't knock Jacksonville for taking Trevor Lawrence. So, yeah.
I think you'd knock him for not taking him.
Yeah. You can't knock... I wouldn't knock the Jets either for taking Mac Jones, but they'll take Zach Wilson.
They're taking Zach Wilson. I'm still not a big believer, I'm not going to lie, but we'll see what happens.
They got to put some talent around him.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Mr. Zach.
Yeah, they got to get some talent, though.
And again,
if he goes out there and sucks because the team sucks, I'm not going to be like, oh, he's a bust.
Well, I am a Ute fan, so I will never root for him. I'm sorry, Zach. I won't root... Actually, I'll root against you. Sorry. Use life. Sorry. But anyway, let's move on to the Niners. I don't feel like we need to cover this one too much because these guys say Trey Lance. Look, I'm just going to be honest. Any quarterback that goes to their team is going to probably do pretty well. You're getting put in the Kyle Shanahan system in a really good spot. And here's the thing. Apparently, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan don't agree on the QB to pick. That's what came out. But, look, you got to let Kyle Shanahan pick that.
I don't know if I believe that.
Well, no, that.
They're taking Mac Jones.
That was a report that came out. Josh Lynch, is it Josh Lynch?
John Lynch.
John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan didn't agree on which quarterback to pick, but I think you like
They're
Kyle
taking
Shanahan.
Mac Jones.
Well, maybe this is because John Lynch wants Trey Lance. But no, at the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan has final say. So they'll pick whoever he wants to pick.
I would bet any amount of money they're taking Mac Jones.
Most likely.
Guy.
I'd say most
That's
likely.
literally their guy.
It should be their guy.
Yeah,
I think he fits their system
plays
best.
exactly how the quarterback Shanahan wants. So yeah, I would bet any amount of money on that.
And then 4th overall, I don't like this. I don't believe this mock draft a whole lot, but the Falcons. It's been interesting. Nobody really knows who the Falcons are going to pick because they're either going to get. I don't know. Because do you really want the 4th option of quarterback? out of all the ones that fall to you.
That's true.
That's a little.
I would. I just.
Do you reach for a quarterback, or do you go with someone like Penei Sewell?
See, they're a team that should have traded down.
Yeah, they should.
They should trade down. But yeah, I mean, I just don't know. It depends on what they do with Matt Ryan, obviously. So you're basically, if they move on from Matt Ryan, they might take a quarterback. If not, they won't probably.
There's 3 options that they got right. There's 3 realistic scenarios that I see: Kyle Pitts, Penei Sewell, another quarterback. Those are the 3 options I see. Kyle Pitts is the best skill player out there for sure. He's a lot of people say he's like Calvin Johnson. He's like a wide receiver running a tight end. Gets comparisons to Travis Kelce and what have you. He's a stud. He was amazing for Florida. Penei Sewell, obviously the best offensive lineman in this draft. Falcons were at his pro day and at Kyle Pitts' pro day. They might go with a quarterback. I'm not sure. Those are the 3 options I see. They go for a quarterback, Penei Sewell, or Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I mean, they should trade down. So
they should. Then we go to my Bengals. Woo! And the biggest scenarios for us are Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell, or Kyle Pitts.
Why would you draft Jamar Chase? Why?
Surround Joe Burrow with talent.
That's not what he has talent already. You don't need more talent. You have other positions that need shirt up.
I don't know.
Line? Are you kidding me?
Well, there's people that have said that, what's his name? Penei Sewell's draft stock actually kind of dropped today because of his wingspan. His stock kind of dropped. Some people have Slater from Northwestern going in front of him.
I don't see how you draft a receiver if you're the Bengals. I just don't.
Well, we might get Kyle Pitts,
it's not
too.
Like
I'd take Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is amazing. We need a tight end, too. I'd take Kyle Pitts all day.
I guess. But you need defense. I mean...
defense? We should not reach at 5. If we want defense, we should trade down. I don't think we take defense at this point.
No, I don't think you will either. And I mean, the thing with that is, like, if you're going to be crappy on defense... be great on offense. That's my thing with that.
Well, that's probably the pick for Jamar Chase.
Maybe that's what they'll do. I would still take Kyle Pitts over. I don't think you need another receiver, dude. I mean, yeah, he'd be good. He'd be great, but like...
Well, Boyd's going to stay in the slot. Already. Boyd's staying in the slot.
Yeah.
So if we had another receiver on the end that could fly, I wouldn't be mad at that. Plus, he has a lot more speed than T does.
I just don't feel like you need one. Because I watched what they did last year, and receivers were getting open. Their receivers played good. It's not like it's a weakness. It's not like
it's definitely not a weakness. Yeah, it's definitely not.
So I would say go tight end.
I'd be okay with Kyle Pitts. Look, if we get Kyle Pitts or Penei Sewell, I'm not gonna be like moping and groping. Like I think this is a pick. You can't really make a bad pick in this situation unless you just.
I would say if you take a receiver, I think if you take Jamar Chase, it's a bad pick.
I don't think that's a bad pick. I'll be honest. I as a fan, I wouldn't be upset with Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell, or Kyle Pitts. I prefer some over the other, but I'll say it's kind of like we're spoiled of riches at this point. I'm not super upset.
You gotta protect Burrow too. It doesn't matter how. That's another thing too.
Well, but
it doesn't matter how good your receivers are, dude. If he has no time.
Okay, but this is a problem. Is that we signed Riley Reef, who's a tackle. Penei Sewell's a tackle. So we kind of have a lot of... I don't want to stuff the room with tackles. There was a mock draft. Let me pull it up really quick. There was a mock draft that I saw that I actually kind of liked. It was... Let's see. Is it this one? No. Is it this? No. It's not a story. Okay, is it? Hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to find it, whatever. There was a mock draft that had us taking offensive lineman 2nd round, 3rd round, and I believe 4th round. We took a center, then we took a guard, and then something else I can't remember. Which honestly... Because that's what I'm worried about with Sewell, is just taking another guard or tackle, having a bunch of tackles in the room. And signing Riley Reef, again, it's not like...
It's not like it's great tackles, though. Like, it's...
But those were the positions we were best at on the line, yeah. Because we had Jonah Williams and Quentin Spain.
I mean, I guess I could see that, yeah.
So I would probably say Kyle Pitts. He ran that 4.4. He's a tight end that looks like he's going to get open. So I think but we also do like going 5 wide. Burrow likes playing 5 wide. So that's, I think, why Chase fits his system, too.
Burrow's gonna make good with whoever he has at receiver.
That's true. That is true.
I say you shore up the line, dude. Like, you have to get. It doesn't matter how good Burrow is. It doesn't matter what the weapons are if you don't have an O-line.
That's why I see us. We made some signings like Quentin Spain and Riley Reef in the offseason. I still think we need to go sign someone else. But if we draft 3 other linemen in the draft, center, which we do need center, guard. If we draft that, I'm honestly not going to be super upset because I don't think we need the best line in the world. I just think we need to be at least middle of the pack because Burrow's special and he doesn't need like a Saints offensive line or something or a Colts line like Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees needed. He needs a Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes' line even before they got injured they weren't like considered top 5.
They were a good pass blocking line.
They were good, but they weren't top 5.
It was a really good pass blocking line, but I mean I agree. I would say I still think you got to protect the number 1 though. I think he's gonna make do with what he has at receiver. I think Kyle Pitts would be all right though. I think
I like
they do need
Kyle
a tight end.
Pitts.
So
6'6".
I just worry about defense at this point. Like I know you can't take a defender right there, like what you're saying, you're reaching, but who's on your defense, dude?
Well, I mean,
like holy cow.
You're
all offense at this point.
Well, no, first of all, we have 2 not pretty good. We have 2 solid, like amazing, pretty good safeties. Jesse Bates is.
You have 1 really good safety.
Jesse Bates should be an All-Pro, and Von Bell's a pretty good safety. Jesse Bates is really good. Von Bell's pretty good. What about the rest of the defense? I'm not worried about the corners. I think they're going to be better as long as if we stay healthy at corner. Again, I'm not going to see people popping off the screen. Maybe Trey Waynes has a bounce back year. I'm not sure, but we had a lot of injuries. If I see LaShawn Sims in, I'm walking out the door because that dude's horrible. I don't want to see LaShawn Sims in, except on run plays. That's it. Our linebackers, I still think, could be shored up a little bit. We had potential there. Our D-line, we have a lot of depth at D-line, and I'll still argue that point to the moon and back. Hendrickson was a little bit overpaid. I'm not going to dispute that. We would have overpaid for Carl Lawson. I think out of the 2, I'm not sure, but they're kind of the same player. Either way, we have good edge rushers. We have depth at the D-line. Hopefully, DJ Reader, please don't get hurt again. If you get hurt again, we're going to be screwed in the middle. But, I'm super... I mean, if we get... Look, Kyle Pitts, 6'6", 240, runs a 4.4 at tight end.
Yeah, he's going to be good. He's going to be a stud.
Yeah, but... What about the Packers? Who are you expecting to draft?
We're going to be drafting later in the draft, so, I mean... I don't even know. Yeah, we do have a first round pick. I mean, I don't know who we'll pick. I haven't looked that deep in the draft.
Let's see. These guys have you picking.
We'll probably. Let's see what they was taking.
They have you taking linebacker Jamin Smith from Kentucky.
We could use an inside linebacker. Yeah, I would actually agree with that. If we take an inside linebacker, I'd be happy with that.
But I don't know if that guy's good.
That's actually our number 1 need.
I don't know if he's good or not.
I don't know either, but
that could be reached.
That's our number 1 need, I would say. Yeah, I would.
Well, you need to. I mean, the drama that's going on with Aaron Rodgers right now is not great.
I don't think there's much drama.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, you're a Packers fan. I'll trust you.
Yeah, I don't think there's much drama, dude. I think it's overhyped. Like, what do you mean? Like, with what?
Because isn't there a contract drama with them right now, with him and Aaron?
Oh, you mean as far as like, no, there's not, dude. No.
You don't think so?
No.
Aren't they going to ask him to restructure his contract?
I mean, no.
Well,
they restructured the contract with our left tackle, and then someone else did it too, I think. So, I mean, yeah, there's no drama there. People are just making drama.
All right.
Like, I mean, it's been horrible with what's happened, but like, yeah, it's good.
Oh,
it's good to go.
We didn't talk about pro days yet.
Yeah.
First of all, I hate pro days. I don't think that they're cool at all. I see a dude running around in gym shorts and a t-shirt, throwing a football to unguarded receivers with no pressure on him. Look, it's pretty spectacular, but I think if you take any quarterback, almost any quarterback in the NFL, they can make that throw in t-shirts and shorts and throwing to unguarded guys.
Yeah.
I mean, these are NFL players for a reason. If you can't do that in t-shirt and shorts, I feel like that's almost a problem.
Yeah.
If you want to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, I'm not the biggest fan of pro days. I think they're overhyped. It's the same. I mean, Justin Fields ran a 4.4. Who cares? Like, what? So, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the combine either. Because, I mean, look at John Ross. Dude ran the fastest 40-yard, and he's a bust. Like,
Yeah. I mean, combines matter more, but pro days
combines matter more, but pro days still aren't great.
Pro days are stupid. There's no point.
Yeah.
Go and see, because you have a guy.
I mean, yeah, you want to go look at the guy, but I don't think that. I think some people make him way more important than they are.
Yeah.
Like, again, it should be the back burner. You should still do it, obviously, because you're looking for your franchise guy, but it should be back burner.
But you gotta think, pro days are for those that don't get invited to the combine, so that's their opportunity to show their skills off. That's their combine day.
Well, and I understand it for those guys, but when I see people raving about a 4.4 dash on a pro day or a QB making a nice looking throw in shorts, it's tough. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really care about a pro day, to be honest.
I don't even think Joe Burrow did.
I feel like you watch the tape. If you're a GM or a coach that's making picks or something like that, you watch the tape and you have your guy that you're picking. Like, you don't.
Pro days,
pro day is not swaying.
Yeah, that it shouldn't sway your guy. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
You know what you're picking based off what you watch on film. So.
I agree. Pro days shouldn't. You should go to them, but they should not sway an opinion.
Yeah, they don't. Not for NFL coaches. So yeah.
But
they're cool to watch for fans and stuff, sure. But that's not swaying a pick for a GM.
No, and it should. If it does, get a new GM. I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited for football to come back. And Joe Burrow. I love Burrow. I can't. As a Bengals fan, that's all I can hope on right now. Although
it doesn't sound like it. You're way optimistic about. You think you guys are freaking gonna be better than Dallas and all this other stuff.
Dude, Dallas is gonna be dirt. Dude, I don't know how you think Dallas is going.
What is your team, dude?
I didn't say we're gonna.
Not dirt?
I didn't say we're gonna be like. First of all, we're better at the receiving. They have a worse defense than ours.
Dude.
We have a better running system.
Dude, you're the 4th best team in that division.
No shot.
Wait, no?
No.
Who are you better than in the division?
We're gonna be better than the Steelers this year. Dude, I can't. If you think I believe in Ben Roethlisberger, I don't at all. We beat him with Ryan Finley. He got outthrown by Ryan Finley. They went 1-4 in their last 5 games. You think that's a team that's ready for game? Look, dude, I just don't believe in
I
them.
can't believe that, dude. Dude, who is on?
Do you want to put money on it?
Yeah, I want to put money on
$20.
it. Y'all heard it here. Shake on it. $20.
Bengals will be better than. Are we getting an injury clause if Burrow gets hurt?
No. What the?
If Burrow gets hurt,
you're betting on your Bengals.
Injuries happen to both teams, dude.
Oh, that's a way different injury.
So are we calling? No, there's no call-offs, dude. If the bet is, it's the bet, dude. I don't care, but yeah, that would be a blow. Huge.
That'd be a blow. That'd be the nuke.
Yeah, you guys are done if Burrow gets hurt. But yeah, dude, you're not better than. It doesn't matter if Burrow plays, dude. Like, dude, I don't know what you see in the Bengals, dude.
I don't know what you see in the Steelers.
Dude, they won the playoffs last year. That's what
They did horrible in the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
Guess who they split games with last year? Us. They split games.
Yeah, I don't care. Dude. Dude,
Ben Roethlisberger's washed up. If he doesn't have a running game, do you think they're going to be good? You got to put up more than 15.
You can win a lot of games with the defense they have.
You got to put up more than 15 points a game.
You can win a lot of games with that defense.
You better hope.
And you can't win a lot of games with your guys' defense.
You can't win a lot of games with 14 points.
Dude, they're going to figure it out on offense, dude.
They're
not going to do what they did last year.
What have they done to shore up their running game? They better hope they pick up Najee Harris.
They'll do something in the draft, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, they're
We'll see.
They brought Juju back.
I don't care, dude. Come on. I'm not putting my hopes on Juju.
I mean, he's great for what they need him for.
No, he's not. Dude, he hasn't never gotten 1,000 yards without AB on his team.
That's why I say he's great for what they have him for. He's a number
3
there.
Good. Yo, that's not good. Bringing back a number 3, that's decent.
No, he's good for a number 3. He's great for a number 3.
But that's not them being like. I mean, that's not gonna change.
They're
I don't think that.
receiver, basically.
What?
Are they not stacked
They had
receiver?
some of the most. Deontay Johnson had the most drops in the NFL last year.
Chase Claypool
They have one solid receiver, and
Juju is a really solid number 2.
He didn't even end. He's a number 3. We just said
number 2. He's number 2.
Their number 2 is Deontay Johnson, who had the most drops in the NFL. Their number 3 is Juju, who hasn't hit 1,000 yards without AB. And Claypool.
You don't need to have 1,000 yards to be a great number 2.
3.
3.
Look at both Bengals guys didn't have their quarterback for the second half of the season. They both put up 1,000 yards.
Dude, they have great receivers.
They have.
And they have.
Are they better? Is their receiving core better than the Bengals?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. I don't think twice about that, dude. Chase Claypool, Juju, and Deontay Johnson.
Claypool's the only one I believe in.
They absolutely are.
Deontay Johnson had 14 plus drops last year.
They absolutely are. I don't have to think twice about that, dude.
14 drops? That's your number 2?
No, he's a number 3. Juju's their 2.
Juju's a slot boy, and even in the slot, he didn't have a good season last year. That's a reason. There's a reason why he wasn't offered more than $8 million, or $9 million. He got $9 million by the
that's true.
Ravens. He was offered $9 million, and that's it. He tested the market.
Mm-hmm.
He got his market value.
Dude,
it's $9 million.
I can't believe you're optimistic about the Bengals, dude.
I'm not optimistic about the Bengals. I'm not optimistic about the Steelers.
They're not a better team than the Steelers, dude. They're just not. They're not even close to a better team.
We're going to go...
Not defensively, not a receiver. At quarterback, they are. Running back, they are.
Washington.
O-line, they're not. They're better at 2 positions. The Steelers are clearly the better team. They're better coach. They have better defense. What do you mean,
What did you give our positions better as? Sorry.
You have a better quarterback and a better running back. That's it. What?
I can't say that they have better receivers than us. I cannot. Or safeties.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Or safeties.
I'll even say that, even though it's not true.
You think they have better safeties?
No, receivers.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my gosh.
Dude, they have... Yeah, they're a better team, dude. Come on.
I'm not...
Let's be honest here.
I can't say that. Based on what I saw at the end of that season,
they had a better record. What do you mean?
Dude, they had the easy... I will go back... Dude, I caught you in 4K. You were on tape saying they had the easiest 12-0 ever.
Yeah, they did. They did.
So they had the easiest 12-0 ever.
That doesn't mean that the Bengals are a better team.
And they just stank up the joint in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
1-4.
Yeah, I said that, and that doesn't mean they're a better team.
Split games with us.
Yeah.
Like
that doesn't make the Bengals better. Just because they had easy schedules.
I think they should have moved on from Ben Roethlisberger. I think that's their biggest problem. It really is. I think he will hurt them, and he will continue to hurt them.
He's not their biggest
problem. Running game. Then Ben Roethlisberger.
They need to get a running game, and they need to stop throwing to the sticks every down.
Well, they lost Bud Dupree, too. That was a big deal.
He's a good player, but their D-line's going to be freaking
Bud Dupree, or T.J. Watt did not look as good without Bud Dupree. He cooled off at the end of the season.
Dude, he was second in the defensive player of the year.
He cooled off at the end of the season, though. You think he would have gotten first if Bud Dupree was on that line?
No.
He gets a lot more attention if Bud Dupree's not on the other side.
So you're saying right now on the podcast, the Bengals are a better team than the Pittsburgh Steelers right now?
They'll have a better record, yeah.
That's crazy.
I believe it.
Going off what though? Like the Steelers were a better team. Were they a better team last year? Were the Steelers a better team?
Okay, that's a stupid question. That doesn't matter.
I'm
obviously they were a better team.
Okay, no. I'm still going. So they were a better team last year. What makes you think they're a better team right now? What has changed?
I think the Steelers got worse.
How did they get worse?
What did they do? They lost people in free agency. They didn't gain people. No,
they lost the best corner in free agency.
We not the best corner. I don't know.
In free agency, yeah. William Jackson's a better corner right now.
I don't know if he's better than Trey Waynes either, but
I would say he is. Yeah, he's one of the best man-to-man corners in the league.
See, and I would have said that last year, and you would have laughed in my face if I would have said. I said William Jackson's legit, and you were like, nah.
I never said that.
I would pull. We got the tape. Either way, it doesn't matter.
I've always said
regardless, you said William Jackson's decent. That's what you always gave me, decent. You never said he's better than decent.
I don't know if I said that. I don't know.
I promise. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We have our best corner, Trey Waynes, coming back. He didn't play all last year. We signed a really good slot corner that the Steelers lost in Mike Hilton. Steelers don't have him no more. They lost. And they lost another. Who was it? Who was the other person they lost? They lost another corner. I don't remember. 2 starting corners they lost in free agency. They lost Bud Dupree. They lost an offensive lineman who they didn't sign any like huge names. They only lost in free agency because their cap was so horrible.
I would have to look because I don't know what that is.
Here, we'll pull it up. Yeah. Steelers free agency.
When you are a great team and sometimes you're gonna lose people. People lose people every year.
But
great teams don't usually.
But they weren't a great team last year. That's my whole point. Yeah, they went 12-0. In a smoke cloud, they went 12-0.
They were
not in a good way. If you say a top 15 team, I can't even agree with that.
Oh, they absolutely were a top 15 team.
Dude, they couldn't beat top or bottom 5 teams.
Playoffs, dude.
I don't care if you make the playoffs. What's the name made the playoffs? Washington. Yeah, you can say they put up a good game,
division,
but that's my whole point. Look. Okay. Let's see.
I don't know what you're seeing that makes.
So they lost Bud Dupree. They lost Mike Hilton. They lost Matt Fielder. They lost Tyson. He was their starting right tackle the whole season.
He's a nobody. All season?
He started the whole season.
He's a nobody, dude. They don't need him.
I mean, we'll see about that, I guess.
Mike Fielder?
Huh?
You're stressing over Matt Fielder?
They're right.
That's who we're stressing about right now?
And someone else retired. Cam Hayward retired. They're losing, they lost Cam Hayward. They lost Bud Dupree.
They lose people when you're a great team.
Okay, but they're not gaining people. Joe Haig
usually don't. The Buccaneers didn't gain anybody. Are they going to be?
They brought everybody back. Yeah, they're a Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl. They brought everybody back.
The Chiefs lost people. Are they going?
No, they added. They shored up the offensive line.
They lost.
Okay, but they shored up their weak spot. They lost Sammy Watkins.
They got worse at O-line. They lost both their tackles.
And they signed Joe Thuney and who was the other guy? They signed 2 tackles back. Joe Thuney is better than both guys that they lost.
Yeah, but they lost 2 guys, both tackles.
And they brought in 2 guys.
Dude. So teams that are great usually don't get better in free agency.
Because they don't need to. It's different. They weren't a great team is my whole point.
They were a great defense.
Okay, defense, which they lost. They didn't add. They lost 2 starting corners. They lost Cam Hayward, Bud Dupree, all on the defensive side. Sean Davis, starting safety, lost.
If you make the playoffs, you're a pretty good team.
They lost another edge. I'm just they lost.
So you're just saying basically that they lost a few.
They lost 5 starters on defense, 1 depth guy, and offensive line and a defensive line starter.
But they're also going to replace people in the draft, and they're also
all of these guys.
Are you just looking at the guys they lost, or are you looking at the guys they got too?
They didn't get. This is the guys they got: Joe Haig, a right guard, and Miles Killebrew. Who?
Yeah.
And Rashad Coward.
Yeah, it doesn't. They're gonna be a great team regardless, dude. At least defensively.
I don't believe it. Defensively, they'll be top 10. Defensively,
their floor is 8-8 every year.
Yeah, that's what I see them. I think their floor this year is. I guess it's 7-10, huh? Because there's 17 games now. So I see it as 7-10 as their floor. I see their height is 10-7, and that's just how I see it.
Dude,
you think that they're going to be better than 10-7 in that division?
I think that they're clearly a better team than the Bengals. That's all I'm saying. That's obvious to me. I don't know how it's not obvious to you.
I think we have the same floor and ceiling.
If you look, you even said they were better last year. They lost some guys.
They lost a lot of guys, starters.
It doesn't matter with those teams, dude. They have structure, they have coaching. It doesn't matter. They're going to be great.
That coaching looked pretty horrific at the end of that season.
Offensively, yeah.
Not defensively, too. They got where was that D-line, the sure D-line? Yeah, they lost. They didn't have Bud Dupree, but where was that D-line against the Browns?
Yeah, they had one.
They looked silly. They looked silly versus the
Bengals. The Bengals weren't there. Were they in the playoffs? I didn't see.
Okay, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the point, though. Who cares that the Bengals played? Guess what? We were all on the couch together. That's the point. It doesn't matter.
There is absolutely zero.
Here's the thing.
There is zero. There's nothing that makes them a better team right now.
Well, I'm just saying that's a silly argument to say. Well, where are the Bengals? That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about how they finished the season, not their 12-0 start that was obviously borrowed time.
Okay, they lost to a great team in the Browns, and they got blown out.
Great team?
Yeah, the Browns were.
They also lost to a apparently far inferior team in the Bengals. Here, look.
What happened when the Bengals played the Browns?
Again, wait, what does that matter? What happened when the Steelers played the Browns?
Because you just said, you just made an argument.
They lost 3 times to the Browns. 3.
Because you just made an argument that the Steelers getting blown out by the Browns is an indictment on them. When
We didn't get blown out by the Browns.
Yeah, you did the first time.
No, the first time we lost 31 to I think 38. That's not a blowout.
No, not the first time.
You want to bet?
Let's look. And the final score might look close, but that game wasn't close, dude. The one I'm thinking of, at least.
What are you talking about? What?
Let's go Bengals schedule.
That's what I just Googled.
Oh, you did? Yeah, one of them was close, I think, but the one was a blowout, yeah. It should just pull up, like, yeah.
35 to 30. We lost by 5 points that game. That's not a blowout.
That game wasn't close, dude. They might have made
How can you steal?
Because, dude, that game wasn't close.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Because it was probably garbage time, dude. Did you watch the game?
You think I watched the game?
Did you think it was close?
I didn't think it was a blowout.
Okay, I might be thinking of the other game. Go to the other game.
Oh, Jesus.
One of them wasn't close, dude. I don't know how you're saying that's close.
That pass it. 37-34.
Okay.
So they're both within 5 points.
The first one was a blowout, dude.
A blowout?
Maybe not blowout, but it wasn't close. The game wasn't close. The final score might have been close because they made it close at the end when the Browns let off the gas.
They didn't let off the gas. Okay, look, I'll recap the fourth quarter. We were down 2 scores with 2 minutes left. We scored, didn't get the onside. I wouldn't call that a not close game.
Really?
If we had our timeouts and our coaching...
14 points with 2 minutes left?
No, it wasn't 14 points because we only lost by 5.
This. Okay. The Browns dominated that game. That's what I'm saying.
No. They dominated the run game. They didn't dominate the game. They couldn't stop us either. That's the point.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's fine. But, dude...
This defense let up 48? That's sure defense? 48.
One game, though. That's one game of the season.
And they also lost to the Browns again. They lost to the Bengals. It wasn't even close versus the Bills. They lost by 11.
I can pick apart the Bengals schedule, too. Dude, that's not
I'm just... Again, I'm not out here saying the Bengals are Super Bowl champs next year. I'm not saying...
Sounds like it.
I'm not even saying that we're going to make a deep playoff run. I don't even know if we'll make the playoffs. I'm not even saying that. What I'm saying is the Steelers are just as bad, if not worse.
No, they're not. I don't know what makes you think that, dude.
Because they looked horrible at the end of the
should
season.
Be enough.
At the end of the season, they looked horrible.
Offensively,
their first 48. 48 on that defense.
One game.
27 to Ryan Finley. 23 to Alex Smith's Redskins or football team. Excuse me.
They ended the year bad. I agree, but
horrible.
When you look at their overall roster, okay, yeah, we gotta keep going. When you look at the overall roster and coaching and everything the structure, it's
what have they done in the past 10 years?
Never have a losing record.
What was the chip? What chip have they made? What does a winning or losing record count if you can't get a chip?
What have the Bengals done?
Again, this is not an argument of what the Bengals achieved.
To them, though.
I'm comparing them next season. I don't care that the Bengals. I get it. Bengals. No.
But do you think we should disregard last season though, as far as like?
I know. I'm counting last season.
Okay.
I'm saying that based on last season, that's what I'm going off of. I don't believe in them because of last season.
What did the Bengals do? You believe in the Bengals? You believe what you saw with the Bengals?
I think we have so much more potential than they do.
Oh no. Not even close, dude.
I do. Look, they got a 38-year-old Big Ben who looked horrible without a run game. They better fix that or it's going to be even worse this year. I wouldn't have even extended them. I think that they're just hanging on to a breath at this point with him. The run game's horrible. They only lost in the free agency. They didn't add. I don't see a situation unless Najee Harris becomes AP next year that they're a really good team.
Dude, how many games they won last year? 11?
12.
They won 12 games last year and were horrendous on offense.
Look, do we need to go down their schedule again? Giants.
When you go
Broncos, Texans, Eagles.
They're in the AFC North, dude. That's a great division. When you go 12-4 in a great division and your offense is bad.
Okay, but are you telling me that
that says a lot about the team?
Are you telling me that their schedule was not?
I'm sitting here defending the Steelers.
Was their cupcake schedule not a cupcake schedule? Was it an easy schedule? Yes or no? Easy 12.
They were in the AFC North.
Easy 12-0. Yes or no?
They had some easy games, but they're in the.
Was it an easy schedule though?
I don't know. I'd have to look.
Dude, they had a cakewalk to 12-0.
They beat the Ravens.
They beat the Ravens and they lost to the Bengals. Lamar Jackson Ravens were riddled with COVID restrictions in this game. You know that, right? And Lamar Jackson went out in the second half. He didn't even play.
Lamar Jackson? Yeah.
In this game, they had a bunch of COVID.
Well, they should have won the first game, too. Lamar blew that first game.
And Lamar didn't even play this game, actually. They were playing Tyler Huntley.
I can't believe I'm sitting here defending the Steelers.
I can't believe you are either.
Dude, they're just the better team. It's obvious.
All right. Well, we got money on it. It doesn't matter. We got money on it, and we'll see what happens. Yikes. That's all I got to say. Yikes. I'm looking forward to the Bengals next season. Anyway.
I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know what makes you optimistic about.
Dude, again, I'm not. I'm joking. I'm not meaning we're gonna be like AFC champs or AFC.
But you're optimistic about them, though. Like,
I'm optimistic about them the next 2 to 5 years. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying that next year we're making a deep playoff run or anything. I'm just simply saying that we have.
So, what do you realistically think the Bengals are going to go?
I told you. I think we have the same floor and ceiling as the.
What's
Steelers.
the record? What record?
I said 7 or 10 or 10-7.
Pick one.
No, it's between that area.
You got to pick a record, dude.
What? Why?
I'm just asking you.
I'm saying we're ballparked that way. Obviously, if we're fully healthy, 10-7. If we're fully healthy, and because if you look at games last year, we were in almost every game that we lost up until Burrow got hurt. We were all in almost every game except for the Ravens. That's the only game we got blown out.
The Browns game wasn't close.
We still had a chance in that game nonetheless, even if you think it wasn't close. We still had a chance in that game.
I guess, dude.
Regardless, I think that if we're healthy, and the ball bounces this way or that way in a couple of games, I think we can go 10-7. I really do.
Okay. I mean, I don't think you will, but.
Well, again, I mean.
What did you say last year? You said 8-8 last year. What'd you guys end up?
Yeah. 8-8.
You guys end up going, what, 5-11?
Something like that. I think so.
I don't remember. I can't be optimistic about the worst team in the division, dude.
I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. But you have to say Burrow got hurt for 8+ games last year. So, I mean, it could have been different.
What was the record before he got hurt, though?
It still wasn't great.
That's what I'm saying. It still wasn't great.
But I'm just saying, like, we were in every game before he got hurt, too. I think that's the difference maker between Andy Dalton and him, obviously. Sorry, Bears. You guys got stuck with him. I guess that's good for you.
Yeah.
If we can stay healthy, but obviously, DJ Reader, William Jackson, Trey Waynes, Joe Mixon, such and such. If all these guys Joe Burrow, all these guys get hurt,
injuries are going to happen, though.
Well, I get it, but
to every team.
Yeah, I know, but our quarterback, our starting running back, we still had. I mean, we weren't like the Niners, but we still had a lot of injuries, like more than the normal injuries last year. We did. I get it. Injuries are going to happen. We're probably going to lose 1 to 2 star players. But if 1 to 2 of our star players are Joe Burrow, then we're in trouble for sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll see what happens. If we stay healthy and a couple of balls bounce this way or that way, I think we'll get 10-10.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that will be playoffs. What is
probably not in the AFC.
Well, I'm just thinking, what?
That's not gonna be good enough to win that division.
Well, no, I don't think we'll win the division. But they're just like how are they gonna keep the extra team?
Yeah.
Or for the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many teams? 7?
7.
Okay. So 7 people will make it. I think we'll be in the hunt at the very minute. I think we'll be in the hunt. I really do.
Okay.
Actually, let's pull up our schedule really quick. I'll make this quick, but I'm kind of interested. We actually do kind of have a difficult schedule. I remember that. Obviously, we're in the AFC North. But let's see. The Ravens, the Bears, Browns, Steelers, Chiefs, Chargers, Packers.
Go back up. So, Ravens lost.
It depends. I think we could split games. It depends on what Lamar is that game. It really does. It all banks on Lamar that game.
I don't see his
And I will say, Who's their receiver they're gonna throw to? If we lock down,
They need to get a receiver.
But what we need to do is
But it's
look at
not
the
like
tape
you
of
got
how
to-
teams stop Lamar and just try to mirror that. Obviously, we don't have the same guys that
Yeah,
a
you
bunch of
don't
other
have the
teams
same
have. But I think if we can at least mimic that, I think if we can do 80% of what like the Titans did to them, we can beat them.
Sure.
I think so. So, I'll give you that as loss. It's at Baltimore. And I think they're expecting stadiums to be full. I'll take that one as an L. The Bears, I'm sorry, dude. The Red Rifle's not beating us. I don't care where it's at. It could be in
Yeah, I mean,
anywhere.
it's a good defense, though.
It's a good defense, but, dude, Andy Dalton to Allen Robinson isn't a combo that I'm believing in.
Yeah, but, I mean, they made the playoffs last year, and they weren't an offensive team. Like, Andy Dalton can get game managed like they did last year. They're still going to be a
I don't know if
team.
he can game manage at this point. He did not do
Game
anything
manage?
for the Cowboys except for one game.
Well, yeah, that's not a game managed team. That's a team
Well,
where you have
neither's
to
the
beat
Bears'
Steelers.
offense. The Bears' offense is not a game managing
But they have a
offense.
defense.
They do have a decent defense. Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, anyway. Browns, I think we'll split with the Browns next year.
I don't.
And this one's at our stadium, so I'll give us that win. I think we'll beat the Steelers at home, too. I'll give us the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers at home. I'm taking the Browns at
So
home.
you think you split with Baltimore and Cleveland?
You know what?
You splitting with them?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't.
I think we split with every team in the division.
At least one of those teams is sweeping you guys.
I'll
Better teams.
I'll be charitable. I'll say that the Ravens will sweep us. I actually think the Browns have a better chance of sweeping us because I think that they have a better running attack. So I'm actually going to say that Cleveland's going to sweep us, and I'll say Baltimore will split with. So that's
right now you're what, 1 and
3 wins.
1 and 3.
3 wins. That's 3 wins.
At Baltimore
1,
lost.
2. That's 2 losses. I'm 3 and 2 on my schedule.
Okay, 2 and 3.
3 and 2.
Wait, you're giving yourself a win against.
1
That's a
2
loss.
3. 1 2.
Oh,
So
you're
3
giving
and 2.
yourself a win against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think we split with Pittsburgh. I really do. Then the Chiefs.
It's a loss.
Yeah, that's probably a loss. I'll admit to that. 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
At Paul Brown, the Chargers. I think this game will be really fun to watch, no matter who wins. I think that'll be a fun game to watch. Justin Herbert versus Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a fun game. But I'm gonna take Burrow, so I'm gonna go 4 and 3 at that point.
I disagree, but keep going.
Packers.
That's an L. It's a fat one.
We could win though.
No, you couldn't.
Dude, you don't think we could win?
No, dude.
30% chance. You don't think we got a chance? 30%.
I'll give you like a 20%. I'll give you like 15-20% chance. Where's
So
the
like
game
1
at?
in
Where's the
5.
game at, dude?
It's at our place. It's not at Lambeau.
You're not beating us.
I'll give you that 4 and 4. But I don't know. I think the Vikings. I think we win. 5 and 4. I think we take the Vikings. I really do. I'm not a Kirk Cousins believer.
I'll give you one of the. You got to give one of those a loss. Chargers or Vikings.
No,
One of those
I'm
gotta
taking
be-
both of them.
Oh god.
5 and 4.
I gotta say a loss on one of those, but keep going.
5 and 4. Jacksonville.
That's
I'm
okay.
going 6 and 5 or 6 and 4. Sorry, 6 and 4.
I don't know. Trevor Lawrence might beat you guys on his own though.
Cleveland Browns. I said that one. BLL. So 6 and 5. Denver
That's a
Broncos.
loss.
Drew Lock is not. I'm not a believer. Sorry, Drew.
That's a loss.
That's a win. 7 and 5. Detroit Lions. It's a win. They lost Stafford.
Oh my god.
Who's their quarterback?
Dude,
Who's their quarterback?
you guys are gonna lose at least one of those or two of those games. Dude.
8 and 5. 8 and 5.
Denver's a better team than you guys.
Alright, we don't got time for another
You
debate.
know how
We
many
don't-
injuries they had last
we-
year?
We had more.
No.
That's what I'm telling. Okay. We're not getting another debate. The Lions, we win. Jets, we win. 9 and 5.
This is an easy schedule, dude.
Did you not see the front?
Besides teams in your division, this is easy. Are you kidding me?
Kansas City, the
That's the
Chargers,
only
the
team.
Packers.
The Chargers aren't a great team.
Okay, the Chiefs and the Packers, and at the bottom of the schedule, we got the Niners.
Okay.
That's not an easy. It's not the most difficult.
Alright. Keep going.
Okay, wait. How much was I at? I gotta recount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Shit.
God.
I actually got us 11 and 6. You know what? I'll split. I'll give you the I'll give you
You
the.
act like you're being generous.
I'll give you the Vikings. So I'll go 10. Yeah, I see us going 10-7.
So generous, dude. So generous.
You're being uncharitable to the max.
It's not a good team, dude. It's not a good team.
10-7. 10-7.
Like, it's just.
10-7.
I understand you're a fan, dude.
10-7. 10.
I don't see 10-7, but whatever.
10-7. 10-7.
We got bets on it, so we got $20 on Steelers having a better record, and then we have drinks on Dallas having a better record.
Dude, that I can't believe you. I'm getting a free drink and $20.
Yeah, we'll see about that one, dude. But
All right. Anyway, we need to wrap this up. This has been a long podcast. Anyway, we're gonna start making a lot more video type videos as well. Like I said, we're gonna get started on him predicting plays. Actually, you want to give a quick Madden update?
I mean, Madden's almost over, dude. Like tournament wise.
Well, talk about the Madden Bowl really quick in the qualifying. You played in.
I'm only gonna say negative things about it, dude. I'm not gonna talk about that. all I'm gonna say is negative things about the.
Okay, well, at the bare minimum, aren't you on the leaderboard right now?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna try to make that, but there's been a bunch of debacles with that stuff. So
I
mean, it would be a bunch of negatives. So that's another podcast that I would talk about that, but. Yeah, I mean...
The negative podcast, we'll call that.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a guy like Drini who won 3 or 4 tournaments in a row, calling out people on EA and stuff, that's how you know it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So, yeah.
All right, either way, we'll end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please look forward to the other videos we're going to be putting out throughout the week. Again, we'll be back here next week to update you about March Madness, any new free agency or draft stuff that has happened, keep you updated with the NBA, any new injuries or what have you. And we do want to get started in some more entertainment stuff, so we'll also be looking in for more of those. Anything else you'd like to wrap it up with?
I think that's it. We'll be back next week with the March Madness. Will be complete.
Yeah, it'll be done.
So we'll have that. We'll have a winner, Gonzaga, 2021 champs. So we'll have that, but.
Watch out for them
Hopefully,
Zags.
I am cheering for a Baylor-Zags final, so that'll be a good game, I think. But, yeah, I mean, just be on the lookout for next episode, and we appreciate all the support, guys, and, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything.
Yep, that's it. Look in this link below for the socials. Come interact with us, DM us, message us, follow us, subscribe, anything. Don't forget to turn on the bell. Obviously, we want you guys to always know when we put up videos. And it helps us out a lot. I mean, we've hit
the bell.
Hit the bell. Smash it.
Smash the bell. Smash that subscribe button. That's what people say.
We've hit 38 subs. I think after this podcast we'll probably be at 1,500 total views, which is just crazy. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. And
the Lakers won tonight.
Thanks, Cole. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, like, subscribe, smash the bell button, as you know, and we'll see you next week.
We're out, guys.